The little fishing village of Pebble Cove nestled between the restless gray sea and steep, green cliffs. Here lived a quiet child named Leo, whose greatest treasure wasn't a shell or a shiny stone, but a kite. This wasn't just any kite. Leo and his grandfather had crafted it over many patient afternoons. Its frame was strong driftwood, smoothed by the ocean's touch, and its sail was made from grandfather's old, patched fishing net, dyed a deep, impossible blue like the sky just after sunset. To Leo, it held whispers of salt air and grandfather's stories, a tangible piece of love and memory. He dreamed of the day it would truly fly, soaring higher than the screeching gulls that circled the harbor. That perfect day arrived with a boisterous wind racing in from the open ocean, tugging playfully at clothes and hair. Leo carried the blue kite down to the wide, empty stretch of windswept beach, his heart pounding like a drum against his ribs. With a deep breath and a determined run, he felt the powerful tug as the wind eagerly claimed the kite. Up it surged, the patched blue sail catching the sunlight, gleaming proudly against the vast canvas of the sky. It danced and dipped, then climbed again, higher than the cliffs, higher than Leo had ever dared hope. A vibrant speck of blue defying gravity. Laughter bubbled from Leo's throat, pure and bright, carried away by the same wind that lifted his magnificent creation. Drunk on the thrill of its own ascent, the blue kite seemed to forget the thin string connecting it to the small figure far below. It strained upwards, yearning for the serene realm where the clouds drifted like slow white ships. It left behind the noisy gulls and the salty spray, rising into air that grew colder and thinner. Leo watched, a flicker of unease replacing his joy as the kite became a tiny, distant jewel, almost touching the cottony undersides of the highest clouds. He could barely feel its gentle tugs through the string anymore. It felt fragile, like a spitter. Thread stretched impossibly taut across the heavens. A profound stillness settled over him, a silent awe mixed with a dawning fear. Then, the unimaginable happened. A sudden, fierce gust, borne high in the icy atmosphere where the kite had trespassed, sliced down like an invisible blade. Leo felt a sharp, decisive ping travel up the string. Vibrating through his small hands, he looked up, eyes wide with disbelief. The string, stretched beyond its limit, had snapped for a heart-stopping moment. The beautiful blue kite hung suspended, utterly free. Then, released from its earthly tether, it was caught by the wild upper currents. It tumbled once, a flash of brilliant blue against the endless blue, then began its inexorable drift away, growing smaller and smaller, a lonely star heading towards the open, empty sea. Tears, cold and sudden, blurred Leo's vision as he stood frozen, his empty hands still raised towards the vanishing sky. Leo trudged home, the weight of loss heavy in his chest, heavier than any stone from the beach. The vibrant joy of the morning had vanished, leaving a hollow ache. He found grandfather mending nets on the porch, his gnarled hands moving with practiced ease. Without a word, Leo simply buried his face in grandfather's warm, worn sweater, the familiar scent of pipe smoke and salt offering a small anchor. Grandfather held him close, his silence more comforting than any words could be. He understood the language of lost things and broken strings. They sat together as dusk painted the sky in bruised purples and golds, watching the first brave stars emerge, the vastness above feeling both beautiful and unbearably empty. That night, sleep wouldn't come. Leo crept to his window, drawn to the immense, star-studded darkness, where his kite had disappeared. His gaze lifted beyond the familiar constellations, past the twinkling lights, searching the deep velvet black, and then he saw it, not his blue kite, but the full moon, round and luminous, bathing the world in a soft, silver glow. In that moment, a quiet understanding settled over Leo, warm and gentle. He imagined his brave kite wasn't lost, but journeying on, a silent explorer whispering secrets to the clouds, its patched blue sail catching the moonlight far above the sleeping world. Perhaps it had simply flown too high to ever come back down, becoming part of the vast, beautiful mystery of the sky itself, a profound piece, different from his earlier joy but just as real. Filled Leo's heart, the sharp sting of loss softened into a tender ache, a bittersweet reminder of the kite's glorious flight. He knew he would always miss the tug of the string in his hand, the sight of that blue speck dancing on the wind. But now, every time he looked up at the endless sky, whether painted with dawn, scorched by noon, or hung with stars and moon, he would remember the courage it took to fly, the breathtaking beauty of reaching so high, and the enduring love. Woven into its very fabric, the kite had flown beyond his reach, but never beyond his heart, a tiny, brave blue dream forever etched against the infinite canvas above Pebble Cove. He finally closed his eyes, the moonlight a soft kiss on his cheek, and drifted into dreams filled with silent, soaring blue.